Today's guest is one of the best skippers I've ever been around. It's
crazy. Now getting a job in pro ball is a joke, and you can write that down. I'm going to tell you, man, it's not good.
No.
I'm in the dugout with the Savannah Bananas dugout. The show's starting, and I'm looking around like, the hell is going on out here? After 11 years, I got released from the Houston Astros in spring training with my uniform on. I mean, playing center field, hitting third.
Before the game?
Before the game in spring training. My goal for you guys is to be as electric and as entertaining as a party animal.
Yeah, I love
Let's
it.
go.
I love it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the after party. We are on the road. This is a road edition. We are out here in Nashville. Today's guest is one of the best skippers I've ever been around. True idol for me, and one of the best coaches, in the game right now. We got Joe Mikulik. What's up, brother?
Thank you, man. What's up, Baba? Thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you. Thank you. Sorry to make you wake up so early today.
I got a little bit of sleep last night. No worries.
Nashville, it'll get you no matter what.
You got to watch it now.
You got to watch it, man.
Keep your alarms on, at least 3 of them.
Yep. It's true. So how you been? Everything good?
Good, man. Yeah,
good.
Living life, man.
Yeah, same old stuff.
Great. Very fortunate to be here, man.
Absolutely. I know it's great being back with you guys for a weekend. I feel like since Sacramento, it's been 2-3 months.
When do we play the party animals? What's going on?
I know it's crazy, but it's always fun when we play y'all. I mean, we had a great game last night.
Yes.
Nail biter.
Yeah, the clubhouse is great. The locker room's great, man.
Right.
A bunch of guys that are coming together. I mean, it's a junkyard dogs, we call ourselves. Nick Lopez kind of quoted us on that, and it's pretty cool because, I mean, even after last night, man, we're all good. It's a tough loss, and you play enough of them, you'll end up losing some. But, we've been on a roll here lately, and things have been going well, and everybody's gelling together, pitching all phases of the game, actually.
Absolutely.
So, but we knew when you guys were coming. We knew the party animals are back. They're not going to lay down.
Oh,
so
man.
That was you guys did a hell of a job last night.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, we started off a little slow, and obviously, it's tough. A new league. I mean, a lot of new people, a lot of new players, and getting acclimated to everyone. And, I mean, what y'all did in the draft was unbelievable. I think y'all did a really good job, and it's tough now. It's a lot of talent out here, man. These games are crazy.
I think all 6 teams are very, very competitive, and it's there's you can't blink in any game that you play. It doesn't matter who you play, and I think that's what's great for the fans, because that's what we're doing this for. And if you're a fan and you come out and watch, do not hesitate to leave your seat, and you gotta stay and watch this, because it's so exciting, and it'll go down to the last inning. I think every game we played. You remember last year? It was so cool. Every game we played, man, you guys were so good, and we were just trying to find our way. Right. We were, in conception of banana ball. We had no idea what was going on, but every game was so cool, and the entertainment, the party animals and tailgaters. Are you serious? That was so cool.
I mean, there's just 2 electric brands, and I always feel like when our guys are together, it's always hilarious. Both sides, something stupid is gonna happen, something funny is gonna happen. But no, man, it's always so fun. And that's why I tell people, like, the broadcast is great or watching it on TV, but when you come in person and witness it, it's 10 times better. 100%. Because there's something going. You're not gonna see everything on the broadcast. Right. So it's so cool when you go to see it in person and see all the craziness going on. But no, man, I'm glad to be back with you all. Talking about last year, thanks. I feel like we had each other for 2 months straight.
Yeah, man, what a trip.
Man, I felt like
the Texas tour and the college tour.
My goodness, man, it's like a blur now. But I felt like every game went to showdowns. They were always close.
Absolutely.
Always crazy, and now it's always a blast playing you guys. Yeah. But let's I've talked to you about it a little bit, but let's go into like the background, like how you grew up in Texas.
Sure.
Went to a small school there.
Very small school.
Okay. And then went to JUCO after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I grew up on a farm in Texas, 67-acre farm.
Oh my goodness.
And went to a little Catholic private school. 24 in my graduating class. 86 in the whole school, and the odds of me ever getting into pro ball were slim to none. Right. When the little story I had when I graduated from high school, I had no offers to play college ball. I had absolutely no professional offers. However, I was fishing in a pond. We call them tanks in Texas.
Right.
I was fishing. I had like 6 bass on the line, and I was having a good day, man. I was by myself on this farm in Texas, and kind of a hot day in like, I'd say early June.
Right.
Probably, 42 years ago.
Oh, good.
Well, maybe 44 years ago today. Yeah, early June. And a buddy of mine that I played beer league ball. I was 16 years old playing beer league ball against 35-year-olds.
I did the same thing back in Florida.
And I've got stories about that. But he comes up and he goes, "Hey, what are you going to do, dude? You know, what are you going to do?" I go, "What are you talking about? What I'm going to do, man?
Right.
I'm having a time right now. I'm fishing." He goes, "No, college." He goes, I think I'm going to walk on at Blinn Junior College in Brenham, Texas. It's a really prominent big junior college right now.
Okay.
I said, "Man, I'm going to go there. I'm going to try to walk on and play football, and I'm going to try to play baseball, both." He goes, He looked at me dead in my eyes. He said, "Man, you ain't playing football. They'll kill you. You're too small." I'm like, I thought I was 10 feet tall, bulletproof.
Of course.
But so, you know, he said, I got a proposition for you. I got a chance for you to walk on at San Jacinto Junior College in Houston, which was at that time one of the up-and-coming junior colleges in the nation. And he said, "Let's go back to the house. Let's talk to mom and dad and let's see what they say." First thing out of my mom's mouth, she said, "No way.
Yeah.
He can't go there. It's too far."
Yep.
You know, I'm a little small town.
Of course.
Hour and a half from our house.
That's too funny.
And she said it was too far. My dad right away pounded the table. He said, "No, he's got to go."
You got to go. Yep.
So that's kind of how this all started, man.
That's awesome. Now, my mom's the same way. You know, I was thankful I played JUCO in my hometown. We had a JUCO right down the road. And then after that, I went to a 4-year school, which was like an hour and 15 from the house. And my mom was like, "Oh, my God." I'm like, "Mom, I'm going to come home all the time. Don't worry at all." Right. But no, it's how it is. Small town, you know. Yeah. And also, like you said, you think you're 10 feet tall. And I think that's a big thing with a lot of high school kids. It's like, you think you're the best or you're going to be the best. And it's like, you don't realize how much talent is out there and how many great athletes there are in the world. But so after college, so you got drafted?
Well, yeah, man, it was really, everything happened really fast.
Okay.
So my childhood team, my dream team was the Houston Astros.
Right.
And I'd go to bed late at nights listening to the Houston Astros on the West Coast and whatever. And when I was 4 years old, my mom and dad I got two brothers, and we all went to the Astrodome in 1967.
Okay.
That was our first
experience.
trip, man.
I love that.
The Astrodome. You give me a small town kid looking up like this is like the eighth wonder of the world.
Did they have the hill in center field still?
No, they didn't have the hill then. That was before.
I missed the hill out there. That was awesome.
Minute Maid.
Okay.
But the Astrodome, man, and you know these souvenir helmets, these little orange souvenir? We thought they were the real things.
The real deal?
Yeah, I had four. My brothers were 5 and 6, and we went home, and we were like throwing balls off our helmets. Like we were doing some crazy stuff,
like these work.
We were jackass before jackass
That's good.
was cool.
No, that's good. Hey, I think we all were.
Yeah, right? So, you know, we were imitating big league players, and that's when I started really loving the game, man. Right. It was pretty cool, and I'd collect baseball cards. However, after my freshman year in college, I ended up starting and playing center field for San Jac, which was cool, man. And I had a pretty good freshman year. There was a thing back then called the winter draft.
Okay.
The winter draft happened in January, and we were in study hall one morning, and, you know, we had a really good team going into my sophomore season. And Coach Paul Miller came in study hall, and he reads off a list of people who were just drafted in the January winter draft.
Okay.
Now, I'll take it back. In '82, when I was fishing, after graduating, I had nothing.
Nothing.
He called my name that day, man.
Oh, my goodness.
I was like 9th round in the winter
Didn't even
draft.
expect it.
And I sat there shocked.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
Oh, my gosh, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening, and I couldn't wait to get out of study hall.
Right.
We had to go to study hall because I don't know if anybody knows, Coach Wayne Graham was our head coach. He was a legendary coach, won a national championship with Rice University. If you didn't go to study hall, you ran during practice, and our practice was like 2.5 hours.
Oh, God. No,
I
can't miss study hall,
poles, man. So, yeah, I couldn't wait to get out. Can I get out of study hall?
Yeah.
But I owe it all to Coach Graham and Coach Miller back in San Jac.
That's
amazing. It was an unreal story, dude.
Yeah.
And here I am 42 years later in Banana Ball playing in front of thousands of people and meeting people like yourself, bro. And I'm honored actually to be here.
Oh, man, you know, I'm honored to have you. And, you know, obviously, like, when the process of they were trying to get you in here to coach, like, I've heard your name before, and like obviously I've seen some of the videos online and some of the great, and I was like, we got to get this guy on board. I'm like, he is electric. But no, I mean, it's crazy. Like, so with the winter draft, did you still play that spring season, or how does that work?
That's a good question, Bob. After we got drafted, we still played into the spring and played our season.
That's awesome.
We ended up going to the JUCO World Series that year, and we got beat. I'll never forget it. We got beat in the final game, in the championship game. by Southern Idaho. They hit a 2-run homer in the top of the ninth.
No.
And we had a chance to score in the ninth in the bottom, and we didn't. We ended up runners-up in the JUCO World Series, and it was devastating. That loss. Everybody asks, how many, through all my career, what's the biggest loss? Going back to that loss, because we were brothers, man. It's like everybody here. We were tight for 2 years. We hung out. We did everything together.
Right.
We got beat, man.
Yeah.
But, after
tough.
that season, I think San Jac went on to win five World Series,
Right.
and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that was it, man.
Yeah.
Then I did have an offer to go to Texas A&M.
Okay.
Mark Johnson recruited me after that. So we had some leverage with that winter draft, But my decision to sign with the Houston Astros, it was.
your dream team. You got
man.
to.
Yeah.
That's all. How long did you play in the organization?
I was there 11 years.
Okay.
11 years.
Wow.
I signed in '84, and '94 was my last season.
Okay. How high did you get? Did you
I
get
got to AAA.
AAA? Very nice.
I played,
Very nice.
like 7 different years in AAA. I never really. And I go back to this. I don't have many regrets in my professional career, but.
Right.
But I don't think I got a shot to play every day in AAA. If you go back and look at baseball reference and see my numbers, I never really got. They never said, "Hey, you're this everyday player."
You're the guy.
I was always that guy, and I really fall back on that and think that's why I can understand the failure in baseball when I have players that fail. It made me a better manager, I think, a better coach, because I understand that fact. It's not like. Because I've seen a lot of big league guys that made it to the big leagues, and it's hard for them to coach.
Oh, yeah.
Because they expect perfection, and it's not going to happen in baseball.
It's impossible.
But, so I think that's one thing, and I tried to learn the game as I was sitting on the bench. I was in the AAA with a National League team, so it was double switching. I'd go in late in the game for defense, pinch hit, a lot of pinch hit appearances. Then I'd start some, but I never got a chance to start every day, and I wish I would have. Give me 500 at bats. Give me something, but I didn't get that.
It's tough to get in a groove when you're platooning and you're not playing every day. And like a lot of these guys, they kind of get it because some of them play every game, but we only play weekends. So you can be hot that weekend, and then you got 5 days to cool down, and it's hard to really stay consistent and stay and that's why I think it's everyone deserves that opportunity to get, every day, to see what they can do. Because you can 100%. See some people really turn it on when they get the opportunity to play every day. And then some people just can't pinch hit or come off the bench or, sub in late. Like I was never a guy like 8th inning, like go pinch hit. I knew I always tried my hardest, but I was never great at pinch hitting late in the game. It's tough to stay locked in that long. Yeah. But, like you said, being, a manager now and coaching, it's like, those are the experiences I think that really help you understand the game and really help you move forward and kind of feel what these guys are feeling as well. So after the 11 years, how'd you get into coaching?
So in 1990, I was sitting on the bench in AAA talking to a good friend of mine, Harry Spillman. Harry's in the game. He's retired now, but he was in the game for 50 years, man. Played in the big leagues for 10. And that was towards the end of his career, and he's sitting there, and he's an old country boy from Georgia, and he looked at me and go, "Hey, Mick, what are you going to do after you get through playing?" I go, "Harry, I still want to play, man. I'm not done."
Not done.
He goes, "Oh, okay." But we started a relationship in 1990.
Okay.
I played till 94, and I kept in contact with him. He went from that season, that was his last season. He was 36 years old. He went in with the Cleveland Indians. And the Cleveland Indians, he was the hitting coordinator there. Okay. And I kept in touch with him. Well, after 11 years, I got released from the Houston Astros in spring training with my uniform on. Tough. It was a tough one. I was in the starting lineup, man. Oof. Playing center field, hitting third.
Before the game?
Before the game in spring training.
Did you have to play still, or were you done?
They asked me, "You still want to play in the game?" I go, "Hell no."
No, I don't blame you.
Here, dude. I threw my hands up,
11 years they do you like that.
I gave them all that time, and that's how they let me go, man. It was tough back in the day,
Cutthroat.
Man. It was cutthroat, bro.
And the draft was bigger back then, too, so more bodies and all that stuff.
A lot of bodies,
oh, my
man.
goodness.
But you know what? Going back, it made me a tougher individual. It made me understand, the game a little bit better. Sometimes it is just about whoever's on top and people climbing over you and all that. That's why I love this organization so much, Banana Ball, because everybody works together and tries to help each other rise. Like put me there. I'm going to get at least 2 more followers.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, follow Mick. Everyone watching this, follow Mick. We got you, baby.
That's what it's all about,
That's
man.
man. That's it.
But it was hard, man. It was hard back then. But you know what? I call Harry, man. I go, "Harry, they let me go, dude. I got nothing." He goes, "Well, hang on."
Yeah.
back then, a shake of the hand, word of mouth, get you a job.
Absolutely.
Now you got to go through all these resumes, all these interviews.
3 interviews.
It's a joke.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell
it's
you.
crazy.
Now getting a job in pro ball is a joke, and you can write that down. I'm going to tell you, man, it's not good.
No.
I mean, experience has no value anymore, which is sad. It's a sad situation.
A lot of politics too.
Yeah, come on, man. It's like. And I don't do blogs. I'm starting to do more social media now, but I think if you haven't been in the fire, man, you got to be in the fire to be able to understand what these players are going through.
Agreed.
And that's why we've been through the fire, and then we understand it. We can understand. We can deal with failure. Failure is part of growing. It's part of learning. And so I think that's all of my failures. Everybody goes, "Hey, man, you did so well." I didn't do really well. I didn't get to the big leagues, man. I mean, it's that grinded my whole career, and now that's why this is so special for me here.
Absolutely. It's like, it's tough because I can, especially in your position, thinking like not getting to the MLB is a failure, but like to other people, that's a dream come true. You got it. Sometimes you take a step back, like, and I think about it too. It's like, oh man, like, I was catching bullpens in high A, and it's like, but some people would die to do that position, and it's crazy. But like, just think about all the networking, and like you said, it's like you meet someone, you shake your hand, good impression, and that takes you such a long way. And that's how it was for me when I was younger as well. And now it's just so difficult. It's like, thank God we have these jobs, because trying to go through the interview process of other things right now would be terrible. But and that's why I think, like, once you got done playing, did you know you wanted to coach, or was it just kind of out of nowhere? Like,
Bob, I wanted to stay in the game, man. Okay. I love the game of baseball. Football was my first love growing up, but being involved in this game, it was like something that I wanted to do. And I wanted to manage. Even when I was playing towards the end of my career, I said, I'd like to manage, manage, and obviously in the big leagues, but I didn't get that opportunity. But I wanted to stay in the game, man. But obviously in the minor leagues, it's not a lucrative position.
Right.
However, at that time, it didn't matter, man. I felt like you pin your ears back, you work hard, and, good things will happen for you. But also, you're serving others, man. You're helping guys reach their dreams. Right. And there was a lot of individuals. I've got good relationships with a lot of players, mostly the guys that didn't make it to the big leagues.
Right.
Because, we had everything in common,
Yeah.
So mostly my relationships are with them. There's a few that are in the big leagues and that played in the big leagues that I keep in contact with, but a lot of them are like the guys that didn't get that shot,
Yeah. It's because I feel like you can relate to them too. It's like they went through similar paths as you, and they went through the struggles and the grinding, and it's like, like you can correlate better with those guys, and I think about that too. And, I think back is, growing up, like, I knew I never wanted to be out of baseball, no matter what. But, in all our heads, we think we're going to play till we're 40 years old, retire. Absolutely. And it's like, I always, and I think back, and I always had a fascination with studying the game. Like, I was obsessed with little things that went on throughout the game that people wouldn't pick up on. Right. And I don't know, it's the ADHD in me or something, but it's like, I would just pick up on it, and like, I would drive my mom crazy because I would purchase the MLB ticket, like where you can watch all the games for like $200. Either. I know. I would not tell her. She would see it on her credit card statement.
Make that better for fans. Let's go.
Man, I got my butt beat the first time she found out, but then she realized like that I would watch every game and just pick up stuff, and like I would write notes down. I loved everything that went along with it, and that's why when I got into managing, I'm like, I think this is where I was supposed to be, because like I really enjoy it, and just like you said, like that joy you would get when you have success, I think it's even more now when my players do well, or when there's a big situation, or I'm working with a guy in the bullpen one week and he has a great game the next week, and it's like I feel almost better than I did if I had a successful night, No so doubt. It's really cool seeing it from that perspective as well.
Well, you do a good job, Baba. You do a good job managing. The players love you, man.
You as well, baby.
And I can tell when you do manage and when you're on the field, you have an understanding of what's going on, and that's important.
Yeah, I mean, you got, especially in banana ball, there's so many different parts going on, and that's why I've been trying to make more videos for like people to understand, because sometimes, I mean, it gets complicated for us, and like I imagine they're in the stands like, what the hell's going on, I mean, so I like to like break it down a little bit for them.
I remember the first game. Coach Gillum told me, hey, man, when I first got here, he said, hey, be here March 21st. I think it was March 21st. We're going to be playing the Party Animals in Grayson Stadium, and that was the first banana ball game I've been to. So I'm I'm in the dugout with the Savannah Bananas dugout, and my wife's up in the stands, and it's like about 6:15, and I'm in the dugout. 6:30 starts, and here comes the show. The show's starting, and I'm looking around like, the hell is going on out here? Look at this. Look at this. And I look up at my wife. This is unreal, man. And so immediately I was hooked, man. I mean, like, this is, but the speed of it.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't been in the dugout and it hadn't been, the speed of it fascinated me.
Oh, yeah.
How fast things were going, how choreographed everything was. And then I had the opportunity the next day to go into the Party Animals dugout. And I go,
God.
This is how I want our club to be.
Absolutely.
This is it, man. You guys had tarps off, shirts off,
Oh, yeah.
dancing around. Man, I'm watching Helton go crazy and everybody else. It was electric.
Yeah.
And I go, this is it, man.
Yeah. This is
So when we started spring training, I go, hey, listen, my goal for you guys is to be as electric and as entertaining as a Party Animals.
Yeah, I love
Let's go.
I love it.
And that's cool.
And that's the goal is, like, you know, obviously starting as like the other team with the Bananas and like growing with them. And then like we're like setting the example and like hearing other teams like being like, hey, like we really love the way you do things. Like we try to model our stuff after them. And that's all I want. Like if we could put a product out there that people are like, okay, like that's how we want our guys to work too. I'm like, then my job's done. You know, that's super cool. So I love that. I remember meeting you for the first time too.
Exactly, man. I was such a rookie, rookie after 40 years of ball. But you know, then the Savannah Bananas have originated this. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's not like I didn't like their dugout. I mean, they're professionals, man. They were like, it was really impressive to watch what they did and how they went about their business. Coach Gillum and Viro, and I know Foxy was there then. It was like really cool. The experience to be there, man, because it was special. Yeah,
it's just you know, every team has a little bit different vibes.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like what you correlate with best. You know, like I mean, the Bananas have millions of people that love them because they correlate most with them, and then we have the same. You guys have the same.
Yeah.
And but that's what's cool about the league now is there's so many different teams where you can relate to one or the other. You know, and I think that's what's great about Banana Ball is it's geared obviously towards the fans, and what they're interested in. You know, and like
and this something it's amazing. Man,
it's
what
beautiful.
It's come to. Yeah,
I can't believe it.
It's the best, dude.
You know, like when I first signed, I didn't go to the tryout, so I didn't know what I was getting into. And I remember showing up to the field the first day, and I'm dressed in my baseball nines, you know, like tucked in shirt, like, you know, everything covered, like, and
like a professional,
like a professional, like how we were taught. And I show up and they're practicing a dance in left field, and then they're hitting ground balls, and I'm like, what did I sign up for? I was like, I love this, but I have no idea what I signed up for. But man, it's electric, and like
it is.
Just the, you know, and one thing is like the amount of fans that repeat come, and like the fans you see almost every weekend, every other weekend. It's like they love this, and they love being around us, and like you'll never see that anywhere else. Anywhere else.
It's unmatched in any sport. I mean, the way we interact with fans. I mean, I'll never forget during games in professional ball when I was managing, I'd see a guy signing, and I'd be like, hey, don't sign right now. Let's go. Get focused on the game. You know, right before the game, I would be on because I wanted my starters and everybody down there getting ready for the game and locked in. And I'd have meetings about that. Hey, listen, there are a lot of distractions going on, a lot of stuff going on in the dugout. Get out of the dugout. Get out of the way of the fans and go get ready for the game. Here, exactly opposite.
Exactly
now,
opposite.
I'm like, hey, go sign autographs, dude. Go take care of the fans, which is that's refreshing for me.
It is, and you know, it gives a player value without them being on the field.
Yes.
You know, and you know, because you got to think of how many connections some of these guys make when they're not starting one day, going around the stadium, talking to people, telling them their story. It's like you make forever fans doing that, you know, and it just brings value to every position. I think that's why entertainment spots are so big, because it's they, you know, the value and that they bring, and you know, the entertainment and the fan interaction they get, and it's super cool. So when you started managing, how is pro ball compared to this? Obviously, it's night and day difference,
well,
but how?
A lot slower, I know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You have more time to think as a manager.
Oh yeah.
However, you know, in player development, it's all about getting guys ready to play in the big leagues.
Right.
The winning aspect wasn't big on it. And here, you know, obviously now with the league, winning is important. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to be on top. But the player development, I mean, I could have a guy hitting in the 2-hole in pro ball, hitting 200, but we just gave him $2.2 million, and he's going to play.
I know.
It's not shifting the rosters.
Yeah.
After games, we'll get phone calls from the director of player development. Hey, listen, so-and-so, we're going to move this guy. This guy, we're going to give him his release. And it's a lot of interchanging parts in pro ball, whereas here, once you have your roster, you're pretty much set,
You're set.
And then that's it.
Absolutely.
You know, except for injuries. You know, we've had a few injuries this year, but here it's pretty much set. And it's a standard. You know that we stay with this roster and that's it.
Yep.
But in pro ball, it changes, man, all the time.
Oh yeah.
And you got to get adjusted to it because you could have a good team for like 2-3 weeks. And all of a sudden, boom, they change 2 players out, and the whole chemistry in your clubhouse changes.
Yeah.
Here, the chemistry stays the same the whole year,
yeah.
which is very, very important.
I think that's huge, and I think that's another good part of banana ball is like these guys know after a bad week, a bad month, they're not going to get the boot. You know, it's like we're doing this all together, and we're going to make it work. And it gives them a little security and makes them more comfortable. And I know like a lot of the buddies play indie ball and myself. It's like you could be doing great, but someone got released, so there's your position right there, and like you're done. And it's just nice knowing like being comfortable and understanding like okay, like I made a mistake, but I'm not going to lose my job over it, you know. And it's tough, but no, it's what makes it great. So what? How long did you manage for? I know you 40 years of professional ball. So how long did you manage for?
I managed 21 seasons. In minor leagues, counting 2 in independent ball, but 1 in independent ball.
Where was indie ball at? Where'd you?
I went to my first year after the 2019 season. I got let go by the Rangers, Texas Rangers. I managed in Frisco for 5 seasons.
That's right.
2020, I had no job, man. I couldn't find a job. You talking about interviews and stuff? I had some of the worst interviews ever in my life trying to find a job after 36 years in pro ball.
Right.
I'll never forget. I mean, we got to straighten that up, man. You guys got to just talk to people, man. I mean, it ain't about what you got to read. Just talk to people. Find out about what's in the heart.
Absolutely.
We could give a lesson on that too.
Absolutely, I agree.
But anyway, I mean, come on. But 21 years in the minor leagues managing, and it was quite entertaining and interesting.
Oh, yeah.
All those 21 years. So
I bet.
Yeah, somebody always goes back, hey, that guy played for you in 05. I go, I got to go back to my... I got to go back and look at what year. Yeah,
that's crazy. And I'm sure it just all blurs together now, you know? It is. Kind of like the 6 years here, it just kind of all blurs together.
And how fast it goes,
Holy crap, man. Yeah. Like, I was thinking, we were talking about 24 to now, and I'm like, man, like, was that in 24? Was that last year? I just can't remember. I can't remember some of the stuff.
Right.
But it's crazy, man. We're definitely cooking right now.
Yeah,
we're moving. We're moving.
It's moving, baby.
But yeah. So how did you get the interview for Banana Ball? Gillum reached out to you?
Well,
this is a good story, right?
This is a good one.
I like this story.
This is a good one. So I got a job with the Rockies. I'm the bench coach in Spokane, Washington. It's a high A club with the Rockies, and I'm waiting for my assignment in 2025.
Right.
Good friend of mine, Jason Hart, was a hitting coach with me for 5 seasons in Frisco with the Texas Rangers, and he's obviously roommates of Eric Burns.
Okay.
Eric Burns reaches out to Jason Hart, and Jason, he goes, hey, Hardy, what's up, man? He goes, the Bananas are creating a new team, 2 new teams, and they're looking for coaches, dude. What do you want to do? He goes, well, I don't know. Jason was just let go of the Miami Marlins. He was assistant big league coach of the Miami Marlins, and he goes, man, he still wanted to do that. He still wanted to get back to the big leagues. So, because once you get there, man, once you get that taste, he wanted to stay. So he didn't really commit to doing this. He goes, but I got a phone number of a guy that might do it.
Yeah.
And he gave him my phone number. So Byron called me. Adam Byron called me, and he talked to me for a while. We talked about it. He goes, okay, cool. He goes, let's get another talk with Gillum. Right. Gillum's next.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to Gillum, and this is interesting. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
So that's 2. And then the third one was with the Yellow Tux dude.
Gotcha. Right. The three-stage process.
Because Candy, my wife, was watching Banana Ball already, and I was kind of like, it's cool.
Right.
Whatever.
I feel that.
But Candy's watching it, and she's intrigued by all this, man. She's loving it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll never forget, we had a FaceTime with Jesse, Gillum, and Viro, and Jesse's there, and Candy's in the next room. I go, Candy, get over here. It's the guy in the yellow tux. It's the guy in the yellow tux. And she came. She goes,
oh my goodness, I love it.
It was like, it was cool. And I think that's how come Jesse hired me.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Candy. She got so excited. I love it.
Yeah,
that's too funny.
That's kind of how it went down. Yeah, but you know what? I woke up, and this is cool too. I woke up one morning because we were still talking with the Rockies, and they did give me an assignment, be a bench coach at a lower level to mentor another coaching staff, which it's all right. Whatever. I woke up one morning, Vav, and I go, man, I can't do this banana ball stuff, man. I got to stay with the Rockies. I'm loyal to them. I had 15 years with the Rockies.
That's all you knew.
That's it. That's all I knew, and it was kind of my comfort zone.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to stay with the Rockies. And Candy looked at me. I always tell this story with death in her eyes. She looked at me. She goes, no, you're not. She goes, you're going to banana ball. That's where growth is. It's the best thing ever. Yeah. And by golly, she was right. Yeah. It's the best thing ever.
The wife knows, man. I'm so glad
she made that decision for me.
No,
because it's the best thing I've ever done, man.
It's big, man. Especially with the significant other, too. When they're on board with whatever you want to do is huge.
Yeah,
you know, I remember getting the opportunity because I did the 2 years before we were full-time. They sent me the contract. Me and Heather just got an apartment. She's working full-time as a dental hygienist.
Okay.
And I get the contract, and I look at her, and she's like, we have to. She's like, I can't not let you do this. She goes, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Right there, I was like, that's like, we got to do it.
That's
I get
awesome,
chills thinking
man.
of it. I'm like, that's amazing because not a lot of people like that in the world, you know, that'll push you to try something new. And, you know, thank God we did, you know, and it's crazy.
It takes a little courage to step into this arena, man. It takes a little courage to be different, you know, and here I am, and here we are, man. This is so cool how fast it happened. Man.
Crazy, and it just keeps growing. It just keeps growing, and people are loving it. And I mean, what I'm seeing, like especially Tailgater's brand, I see it growing everywhere. You know, and you guys have some fans, man. They love you guys, and especially out here last night, I seen so many Tailgaters fans, and I'm like, I like when they do the. It's like the Tailgater uniform or the Party Animals hat, or like they flip flop, and they're like, "We love both." I'm like, "Hey, that's cool. I'm happy either way. Either way, I'm happy."
People come up with Party Animal gear on, and then they go, "Oh, I know it's wrong." I go, "Dude, we're all the same. We're a family here, man. It's all good, man. Yeah, I'll sign it. It's all good."
I know they'll come up to me. They're like, "Hey, I promise we'll wear your uniform tomorrow." I'm like, "Hey, you're wearing one of the uniforms. I'm happy. Like you're supporting us either way."
The next day they're in a different uniform, which is so cool. That's what's special about this.
Oh yeah,
it's not the Yankees and the Red Sox.
No, you know, and that's why it's cool because. I got to a point, you know, once you get into pro ball and you're like, you know, you have love for these teams and you're like, you know, I love this team for so long, but like they have no idea who the hell you are.
Right.
You know, and it's like out here, it's like you can love a team and they know exactly who you are.
Yeah,
like you know that fan, you know that person, and it's so unique.
The fan base is second to none.
Yeah.
Here.
It's unbelievable.
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
What's some of your favorite stops we've been to doing all this?
Immediately Kyle Field.
Oh man, how was that?
Sorry y'all weren't there.
Man, how was that?
Next year we'll headline and you guys will be. But Kyle Field was electric. You know, I've been an Aggie. You know, obviously since they recruited me in '84, and you know now my Candy graduated from Texas A&M, and it's been like. It's pretty cool. It's special. It was a special place. I'll tell you what, last year in Cincinnati was pretty cool, too. We went to that was our first Major League Stadium.
Right.
You know, I chased that dream for a long time, and then all of a sudden, here we are in a Major League Stadium. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Frisco was really cool. Frisco was
great,
and none of these were with you guys. Well, Frisco was with you.
But Cincinnati wasn't. They're in Cincinnati right now, actually. They're playing there.
Yeah, Frisco was with you guys last year. Hey, you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how about this one? Frisco, first headliner, Tailgater's headliner. We are rehearsing for 8 hours in 100-degree weather, and the Party Animals are in the pool in the Lazy River for 7 hours. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're having fun, and we're out here just grinding.
Oh, yeah.
And the next day, you guys kicked our ass. Y'all killed us, man. It was like, but you know what? Then we won the following day. First win in Texas. So.
It's long days. Those long rehearsal days
it was so much fun, man. That was so cool.
Oh, man, that whole Texas tour, college tour.
That Texas tour was great.
I was so happy.
College tour was super, man. Wasn't that cool?
It was so much fun, especially being with you guys. You know, it was like the firefighters were with the Bananas. We had you guys, and like, I think that was the perfect blend of teams to be with each other because we had great games.
I'm going to bid in, Jesse. I'm going to bid in for a college tour with the Party Animals.
Oh my goodness, we got to do it again.
At least 2 weekends in a row.
At least, man. That was so much.
You got to run that
Mississippi State and Arkansas were unbelievable.
Man.
What fields? Holy crap,
God, that was beautiful. Mississippi State. How about the barbecue pits in the back? Mississippi State was sweet. Dude.
So good. We were talking about it the other day.
I got a burger. Did you get a burger?
I got a burger. Oh yeah. I ain't missing a burger opportunity. No, absolutely.
Right before the game, I went out. We were talking and meeting with fans. I got a burger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. No.
Awesome.
That whole Texas tour was great. You know, San Antonio was fun. Where did we? Round Rock is where we finished up at.
Round Rock was cool.
Round Rock was cool.
It was
such a good time. And we only go to Texas once this year with you guys.
You don't?
Yeah, Midland. That's the only one we do.
You go Midland. That's it. Yeah, July 4th. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So that'll be a good trip. It's gonna be steamy out there. But yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been a blast, and we got a lot coming up here too. But
we're halfway's into this. Well,
it's great.
We got a lot of ball to play.
I know it feels like we just started too, and we're flying through everything.
It's been good, man.
What's do you have any like favorite food stops when you travel? Anywhere you like to go?
You know, I'm always a barbecue dude, man. I'll find every
Can't go
barbecue
wrong.
spot that we can find. Obviously, I haven't found much like as good as the Terry Black's in Texas.
Yeah.
That's a good one, you know.
Where's the place we went to on that coaching trip that we go? Did you go with us on that?
Hutchins?
I
think it was Hutchins Barbecue in Texas,
Place
in
is
Dallas,
good.
Fort Worth.
Yeah, that
in
place is
Dallas,
so
I think.
good.
That was really
Oh
good.
my goodness, yeah. I've been there twice now, and it's always
and, you know,
delicious.
anytime I can find good Mexican food, I'm into that.
You can't go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was thinking, someone asked me the other day, they were like, if you could pick one food you had to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? And I'm like, I feel like Mexican food would probably be your best bet. I don't know because
it's good, man.
I enjoy it every time, but also you're gonna get sick of that, you know.
It's just like having a pool in your backyard. Sooner or later, you're gonna stop swimming.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what killed pools for me is after college. That was my first job. I started cleaning pools.
Oh really?
Ever since I cleaned pools, I never want to, especially public pools. I never want to get in whatever. The public hot tubs are some of the nastiest filters.
Is that bad?
Ugh. So just the stuff you see in there.
Well, I didn't grow up in a public pool.
We survived.
In our little bitty town of Schulenburg, there was a pool. We took swimming lessons.
Right.
But I thought they're not clean.
Sure, no, I mean, it depends.
That's why I'm still itching.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why my skin's all messed up. No, these are pretty big community pools, Florida, and everyone in Florida, no rules, no one cares.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a fun job, man. Cleaning pools out in the sun.
Oh man.
And then
hey, you appreciate what we're doing here when you do work like that.
You ain't lying. It's like every step you appreciate a little more.
100%.
From there I got my high school coaching job, and I was like, okay, this is great. And then I got to play indie ball and then with the Phillies, and it's just like the stepping stones. You're like, man, you take a look back, you're like, okay, like you can appreciate the process you take to get through everything.
Dude, I'll tell you a story if we have time. I'll tell you a story. After 2020, we didn't have baseball. We were out, and that was the first season that I wasn't getting paid to play professional baseball or coach in professional baseball. 2020 from 84. So I was getting a check, every year. Boom, stop. And I'm like, dang, I looked at Candy. I said, I got to do something. I got to find something to do.
Yeah.
So I started creating my own jobs. I went on this little app called Next Door Neighbor.
Yeah.
And I go, and there's a lot of farms where I live at in Denton. Right now, there's a lot of farms. I go, hey man, I'll help you clean your farm, help you with your cattle, with your hay, with your horses, whatever.
Right.
I got no response except from one dude.
One guy. That's so funny.
One guy. He has 2 horses in 2 acres. Okay. And he goes, hey, would you be willing to clean up horse poop, horse crap, horse shit?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, we can say
Would you be willing to? And I got video to prove because all the boys would not believe me.
Right.
I got videos to prove. So here's I go, yeah, no big deal. He goes, well, how much do you want? I go, I don't know. How much you want to pay me? I say, he said, it'll probably take you about 2 hours. He said, I'll give you $50. So I'm thinking to myself, well, if I could get about 10 to 15 little farms and get like $50 every so often, I could make some money.
Oh, yeah.
And I also redid furniture too, and that's another story.
Okay.
But I said, I'll do it. I'll be over there. Matter of fact, I'll come over there tomorrow to check out your horses and stuff. First of all, it's a 50-gallon trash can, 50-gallon bags. I filled up 7 of them of horse crap, and it was $50, dude. That was it. And that was the only one.
It take you 2 hours
I
or take you
didn't get 10 or 15.
No.
That's the only one. I got video to prove. But I'm going to tell you, Baba, it was the most peaceful job I've ever had in my life. I put on, my Pandora, I'm old school, Willie Nelson and Friends. I'd listen to old school music, and I would sit there. I had a muck rake, and I picked up every piece of horse shit in that 2 acres. And it was the most peaceful, and I became friends with those 2 horses.
Oh yeah.
It was the best job I ever had. Yeah. Not the most lucrative, obviously.
Right.
But it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I added on, I redid furniture too, and that was a cool job too.
Yeah, I bet that's super cool. Yeah. That's neat to know too, and like if you have to repair something.
But you appreciate, now you're here doing, and we're here doing this banana ball, and you appreciate when you go out and do real work.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, and that was in the summer of in Texas, hot.
Yeah. That's what
it was different.
No, I couldn't even imagine. That's why I try to tell a lot of these guys, because a lot of them, all they've known was baseball out of college, and they play independent ball. They come here, or they haven't worked a real job. And I'm like, man, like it's tough in this organization because, like, just like, having a real job, like, not everyone's happy. And
you're not going to be happy.
It's almost a crappy environment almost everywhere. And here, it's like everyone's upbeat, everyone's behind you, and like there's always a smiling face. And I'm like, don't get used to that one day. Like, if you have to go get a real job, like, it's a lot different out there.
I encourage a former player of mine, Kyle Karros, who's in the big leagues now with the Colorado Rockies.
Okay.
I asked him, his dad's Eric Karros, played the big leagues for a while.
I know the name.
They pretty affluent neighborhood they're living in.
Right.
I go, hey, what do you do in the off season? This is an example for all these young players.
Right.
And example for parents at home. What do you do in the off season? I don't know, hang out by the pool, just go to the gym, hang out, whatever. I go, I said, why don't you do something uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Once a day. Something uncomfortable. I said, I'm sure someone mows your yard.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, yeah, Dad's got somebody mow our yard. I go, why don't you tell Dad, no, when I'm home, I'm going to mow the yard.
Yeah.
When I'm home, I'm going to do yard work. Do something. He looked at me, he goes, why would you want to do that?
Right, yeah.
But I think that's where we're getting at. Understand what hard work is.
Yeah.
And, Kyle's great. I love him. He's doing really well now with the Rockies, starting third baseman. But not to throw him under the bus, but it's like all these young kids growing up now, if you're in baseball and you're got everything handed to you, you don't understand what real hard work is.
No.
Until you do, that makes you tougher inside and out.
Absolutely.
And you'll appreciate what you're getting more, I think.
I agree. I think, like, one of the big moments for me growing up was, like, when I had to buy my first glove by myself, like, without my mom buying it for me, or like a gift or something like that. And you're like, holy crap. You're like, this is expensive, and like, you take a step back and you're like, this, it's a lot. This whole thing's a lot. And you don't think, especially when you're playing nonstop, like, your parents are taking care of you. You're getting stuff handed to you, and it's like, man, like this ain't cheap, and it's hard. Like, you really gotta earn everything you get.
I bet you took care of that glove too, because
your
hard-earned money.
Have it, absolutely. Yeah. It was a Rawlings Pro Preferred, and it's still in the garage. I mean, it's definitely not playable, but I'll keep that thing forever because you
appreciate it.
Like $350 on it. That was like everything I had. I remember like counting out the singles at the store, and but yeah, you learn to appreciate it. It's like you gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
That's right.
And I think this job is big with you because, like, a lot of these guys are not very outgoing at first, and then it kind of brings them out of them. It brings it out of them. So but no, it's true. You gotta be uncomfortable with some stuff.
Bringing back, I got a story about. I got so many stories about it. Story about buying our first colored television.
Oh my goodness.
When I was in the 7th grade. It was back in the day. It was a Cotton Bowl. Texas Longhorns were playing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We wanted to watch the Cotton Bowl in color.
Right.
My mom and dad wouldn't pay for it.
Oh no.
So us three brothers, we would haul hay for 3 cents a bale.
Right.
And us three brothers put all our money together, and we went and bought that colored TV.
Yeah,
man.
That's awesome.
And we got to watch the colored TV.
That's so cool.
That brings me back to those stories, like you're saying, man. I mean, we had to, some of the, but they taught us to. My mom and dad lived through the Depression.
Right.
They taught us how to understand what a dollar was.
Oh yeah.
You ask them for $5, they look at you like you had 3 eyes.
Literally.
It's like you go earn those $5.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's because not everyone's lucky enough to have a wealthy family.
That's right.
And I was in the same boat. It's like I remember I had a big truck, like a bigger truck in high school, and I would get $20 for gas from my mom, and she'd like make it last for the week. And I'm like, God, I don't know how it's gonna work, but like you learn how to appreciate that money and make it last. And I think that's kind of a dying art these days. But sometimes it's it'll hit someone in the face, and they'll be like, oh, that's what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Skipper, this has been a blast, man. I feel like we could do this for 3 hours if we wanted to, brother.
Yeah.
But dude, thank you so much for being on the podcast, man. We appreciate it. Make sure to go follow Mick. Right, follow Mick. And this has been so much fun. Thank y'all for where's the camera at? There you go. Thank y'all for swinging by the after party.